Before you start even watching the video, let me draw your attention to the fact that it is not all about the proof of funds. There are a lot of things that will contribute for your visa or that can help you get the visa, and they can also bring you down or make you lose the visa. For example, bank statements, proof of funds, not bank statement, but proof of funds, and also letter of explanation, home ties, and a lot. Remember, there are documentations you need to explain this and back them up with the documents, especially when it comes to proof of funds. The way the funds go into your account, if you are not able to justify them, make sure you fix it as early as possible. Justification is very important. If you earn a lower salary than what goes into your account, then make sure you are able to explain how the money, the balance in your account comes about. It is not a problem, but explain and show proof. Okay, I hope you enjoy. Beautiful people, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and thank you so much for watching this video today. Guys, if you want to migrate to Canada in 2024 and you really want to get success, you really want to apply and get the visa and move to maybe Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, British Columbia, Calgary, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, or whichever place in Canada, then I will say that please watch this video till the very end so that you don't ask me questions that are mentioned in the videos again. This video is going to be about certain things you shouldn't do, or maybe things that you should do and how to go about them for your proof of funds. This is basically about proof of funds to study in Canada. Yes, a lot of people, when they apply to schools in Canada, they would always get a rejection, but does it mean that they don't have enough money? You can even get 50 million in your bank account and your bank statement shows that, but at the end of the day, you get a rejection. Yes, why is it like that? Because of the documentation. So now, there is something we are going to be discussing here. We are only going to talk about how the money should be, how you should document your bank statement, how are some of the other supporting documents, or what are some of the supporting documents you should use during the visa application. If you are new to the channel, please like this video. My name is Milton. Thank you so much. Let's start with things you should avoid and avoid, or maybe to avoid rejections, for your proof of funds. Lump sum amounts of money. What I mean by lump sum amounts of money in your bank account, I mean very big amounts of money going into your account. Is it really worth it? Like, if you are putting a lot of money in your bank account, you shouldn't be putting too much money. Like, for example, if you are earning maybe 50k, 60k, you shouldn't be putting maybe 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. You should avoid sending huge amounts of money in your bank account like that. Even if you want to send huge amounts of money in your bank account, you should send it, and when you are applying for the visa, you should explain why and where that money came from with supporting documents. But if you just carry the lump sums, or let me say you put 5 instead of you, because you are saying that you work and your salary shows that you have this 500k, let me say 50k a month, 100k a month, and out of a sudden your bank statement is showing 600, 1 million, 2 million every month, then there is something wrong. How are you getting the money? You understand, you need to explain the sources of income. Are you actually doing some other businesses? Is there somewhere that you are making some extra cash from? Show proof of that, show pictures and show receipts. All right, are you being paid by an organization? Explain and show evidence so that when they see these heavy amounts of money on your bank statement, they will go back and verify your documents. That's the thing I'm talking about. Another thing is, please avoid what is called business accounts. Avoid business accounts. They are not good for you. Business accounts is because a lot of people think that using a business account is the best. It's not the best. You know why a business account is not the best? One, you are using it for business. Today you can buy using the money in your account. Tomorrow you can go you can go to a country, you can go on a business tour and you use all the money in the account. The next tomorrow you can maybe pay flights from that particular account to go on business trips. So business account is not the best. My advice is, when you are applying for any visa, you should try as much as possible to channel the money into your personal accounts. It is the best, because using a business account is not going to help you, sincerely speaking. Now, another thing is, if you are submitting only bank statement, this could also lead to a rejection. All right, you are showing only bank statement, you are not showing supporting documents to the bank statement. Now, how do you expect the visa officer to know? Showing a bank statement is a plus, but not justifying how the money came about is a problem, because you can actually lose the visa if you don't justify how you got the money. Of course, the money is in your bank account and the statement is what is gotten from the bank, but how did the money enter that account? Did you maybe get it from somewhere? Did you do a job for somebody? At least bring a paper, all right, bring a proof to prove all of this. They want to see all of this, because that is why you are here with the documents. If you have any supporting documents, anything, payments of receipt, you bring them and you explain, all right, that this is why you are having those lump sums in your account. Maybe you are being paid by a particular brand, and equally maybe you earn money from somewhere. You should explain that and equally show evidence. You understand? At least if they check the account and they see that a particular amount is going into that account every month, you are also telling them that you are doing some businesses and you are able to prove that you are doing businesses, then fine, it is good to go. You can also bring documents and receipt or payments from clients, you understand, to show that you are actually doing those businesses. So that is how it works. Now, when you are also using, I already talked about business accounts, it's not the best, so make sure you use personal accounts. Now, when you are showing proof of relationship, or if you are just showing the bank statement, your documents, you show that you have money in your bank accounts. Let's assume that you have a sponsor and you are not showing the proof of relationship between you and the sponsor. You get, let's say maybe your bank statement is that of your father or mother or sister or brother, then you are not showing proof of relationship between you and the person who has that bank statement. So it means that there is something wrong somewhere. You need to be able to bring birth certificate. Do they have birth certificate? Did they write a sponsorship letter for you? All these things you need to bring them, but birth certificate is the best. It's going to help you explain that this person is related. If it's your brother, of course, you guys should have a name in common. You guys will have the same mother in common. All right, you can equally bring your birth certificate, that of your brother and that of your mother. It depends now on who is going to do the sponsor, who is sponsoring you. So things like that, you need to put them into consideration. Then another thing you need to understand is that the amount of money you need to study in Canada varies a lot. Now, international students, they don't know all of this. I will always advise you not to take chances. That's why I always come here hitting so hard. Now, if you don't show the right amount needed in that bank statement, it will also lead to a rejection. Now, what is the right amount? According to the Canadian government, you need to have at least 1 year of your tuition fee and 10,000 Canadian dollars for living costs. But I would say that also add what is called miscellaneous. Add like $4,000 to $5,000 for miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is like money you are going to use now to return back to your home country. But remember, you have to return. According to the Canadian officials, like I told you before, you need to have at least 10,000 Canadian dollars for living costs. Let's assume that you are going for a 1 year program or 2 years program. 1 year program, you are going to have all your tuition fee in your bank account. Okay, let's assume that the tuition fee is $10,000. That's $10,000 for living costs, $10,000 for your tuition fee for 1 year, plus $5,000, $4,000 or $5,000 for miscellaneous. If your program is 2 years, maybe you can add tuition fee for 1 year, but if your program is 2 years, I will advise you it's better to just have all your entire tuition fee in your bank account. That's the 2 years tuition, living cost money, plus your miscellaneous. If you are going for bachelor's and master's, now bachelor's is 3 years, PhD is like 4 or 5 years. If you are going for bachelor's, make sure your father has at least, or your sponsor or yourself, you have at least 2 years of your tuition fee in your bank account. It's very important. If you can have all, fine, but I will always say that it is important for you to explain everything you have, all right, so that they can actually understand what you mean. Now, explaining all this is not really a problem. Some people, you will see them, they will still say that, Milton, I pay part of my tuition fee, but my visa was rejected. The problem was the bank statement. That's because you didn't explain the lump sums in your bank account well, properly. A lot of people don't know this, but it's very important for you to put it into consideration. Tuition fee plus living costs plus your miscellaneous. So calculate that and put it into order. What happens if you have a scholarship? If you have a scholarship now, fully funded, again, you do not need any sponsor. But to be on the safe side, remember when you move to Canada, you will not just get your scholarship money at once. It may come after 3 weeks or 1 month. So you need some money to survive. In that case, you have to show your bank statement to justify your claims that you have some money. Okay, now if you equally work, if you work and you are showing your bank statement saying that you work, you need to show your pay slips. that you work. Then get an employment, let me say, reference letter from maybe a supervisor or human resource department of your workplace. Do not forget, if you work and you are taking a reference letter from your workplace, also make sure you get what we call a recommendation letter, all right, to explain that you are on study, you are going for this, you are going for that, you are on leave. When you finish, you will come back and stuff. It is going to help you. Then you attach your contracts, your pay slips for the last 6 months or 4 months. It is now left to you. If you have money, let's assume that maybe somebody gave you money, okay, and or if you did some sales using your property, if you sold some properties and you are just saying that I saw a property and you are not adding pictures, it's a big problem. Yes, a very big problem. If you are saying that you sold a property, you need to show pictures of the property you sold. You need to show a receipt, at least a receipt. So pictures are very good in evidence, or let me say the evidence is good when you use pictures, all right? So if you do not show all of this, it's going to be somehow maybe declining or something like that. It's always good, like even if your business is not registered, just take pictures of them and show to the officer. It's going to help you a lot, because without those pictures you may not know what you are doing. And if you do not show these pictures, it's going to complicate the whole issue, because what is the proof that this money is actually coming from this source? And again, if you have a business, the advice is try to register the business, because it's very important, very important. You need to register the business, all right? Do not go and maybe you get a gift deed from your parents, then you are not able to do a gift deed letter. Your visa will be rejected. But I would say that you can show receipts, and you can show you can also show maybe some contracts or some pictures of the business. What are you actually doing? Do you buy and sell stuff? Excellent. You show all of these things. They are very important, okay? Then if there is anything that you want them to see, also add it there. Maybe you sell online or you do certain things, add it there. It's also very important for them to see and make a decision. I mean the visa officers. So these are some of the things that you should do to avoid rejection. Lump sums amounts of money is not good. Now, when it comes to fees, tuition fee may not be that expensive, but again, even if it's expensive, just try to document everything and give the correct amount, then explain again on your letter of explanation, and before you know, you are good to go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Till we meet again.